Hi, I'm Josh Kennedy, and this is my COMM 210 Persuasive speech. It's about reading as an adult and why you should do it. Did you know that roughly only 72% of Americans read one book a year in 2015? That's a 5% decrease from 2011. That information is provided courtesy of the Pew Research Center, which also states that America is ranked at 23rd overall in the overall scheme of countries in overall book readership per week, and that's measured in hours. America comes in at 5.42 hours of book reading per week. Today I will explain why reading books as an adult is very important. As an avid reader myself, I personally can vouch for the benefits and merits of reading. It's a great way to take the edge off, take the stress off, working full-time and doing 4 credit hours of courses a week. We all know reading is important in some form or another as you use it every single day of every week. Reading signs, reading information, mail, emails, stuff that you get on Facebook, whatever. But I'm going to tell you why it's important to read books, and I'm going to explain how you can do that by setting aside time to read, picking pleasure books over books for business or education, and the benefits of reading. So first, making time to read. Very important is to plan reading into your schedule. That doesn't mean saying, yeah, I have to go read when I get home from work tonight. That means, setting aside a time and a place for you to read. Maybe at lunch. Now alongside that, if you're going to read while you eat, which I recommend, it's very relaxing. It lets your brain think that you're doing multiple things. You're achieving more with your time. Choose food that you can eat easily with one hand or with just one fork. So big burgers or steaks you got to cut, stay away from those because you're not going to parse as much information. Know what you're going to read ahead of time. So don't just say, oh, I'm going to read. Have your book ready. Know what you're going to read. Second is reading for pleasure over business or education. Picking the right book can help you focus your interest and maintain your interest. So don't just pick something that's going to, you think, help you with your corporate business model this year. That's not really super interesting for most people. Maybe it is for you. Pick a book that you are genuinely interested in. Like lifehack.com says that staying away from must-read lists will help you pick something you specifically are interested in. Don't just pick what the masses are reading. It's a good way to lose focus. Now, as we all know, there's a lot of benefits of reading, but I'm going to list a few. Psychology Today says that reading specifically fiction actually helps you with social acuity, and that's by putting you in a character's imaginary shoes. It allows you to think maybe how that character would react to something, or you remember something that character encountered and it helps you respond to a social situation better. It boosts vocabulary, and that's not something I need to cite, that's very common knowledge. It boosts vocabulary immensely. According to irisresearch.com, CEOs such as these pictured here, we've got Steve Jobs, Tim Cook, Bill Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg, read 4 times as many books as the average American per year. So from that, we can associate reading with success in business venture or other ventures. If there's one thing that I want you to take away from this speech today, it's that you shouldn't make excuses not to read. I've explained how to make time, so you can't use that excuse. I've pointed out the right path for choosing a book, or at least one of the many paths for choosing a book. And I've told you why it's important to read, even now as an adult, and that there are many benefits for doing so. So next time you go to lunch and you pop out your phone and get on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, whatever you're doing, instead have yourself a nice plate of fries or something you can eat with one hand and get out a book instead and enjoy it.
You should come and give that speech to my classes.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly
No, I'm
what I
serious.
did for my speech, but it was a different.
Yeah, you should really come and give that speech to my